People always say marriage changes people. But sometimes, marriage doesn't change people. It simply reveals who they always were. And by the time you realize it, it might already be too late. Lily met Mark on a warm evening at a small cafe just outside the city. She wasn't planning on staying long, just a cup of coffee, a little quiet, and then home. But Mark noticed her almost immediately. Not because she was loud or flashy, Lily was actually the opposite. Calm, kind, the type of woman who made people feel comfortable around her. Mark walked over with a confident smile. "Mind if I sit here?" he asked. Lily looked up, a little surprised. "I guess that depends. Are you interesting?" Mark laughed. "Oh, I try to be." That conversation lasted 3 hours, and that was the beginning of everything. Mark was charming in a way that felt natural. He wasn't shy about who he was. Strong personality, protective, determined. But there was something else too, something Lily didn't fully understand yet. Mark had a temper. Not toward her, never toward her. In fact, that was part of what made her fall for him. Whenever someone disrespected Lily, Mark would immediately step in. One time at a restaurant, a waiter spoke to Lily rudely. Mark's expression changed instantly. "Watch your tone," he said coldly. The waiter apologized immediately. Lily had never had someone defend her like that before. It made her feel important, chosen, protected. Mark liked to say something often. A man should provide for his woman. And Lily believed him. He worked hard, long hours, always chasing bigger opportunities. Lily had a job too, a stable office position, but Mark's salary was much higher. And he took pride in that. Not in a cruel way. At least, not at first. Their friend group often joked about it. One of their closest friends, Daniel, once teased him, "Mark, if Lily starts making more money than you, what happens then?" Mark laughed loudly. "That'll never happen." Lily smiled, but Daniel noticed something. Mark didn't laugh as long as everyone else did. Despite that moment, their relationship flourished. Mark proposed 2 years later. It wasn't elaborate, just sincere. He knelt down in their apartment living room. "I want to take care of you for the rest of my life." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "I want that too." And just like that, they got married. For a while, life was beautiful. They built routines together. Weekend grocery trips, movie nights, late conversations about the future. Mark worked hard, and Lily admired him for that. He carried himself like someone determined to succeed, and Lily loved that. But life has a strange way of shifting when you least expect it. It happened one Tuesday afternoon. Lily received an email that would change everything. She had been offered a leadership role at a fast-growing company. The salary was unbelievable, almost 10 times what she was earning before, and significantly more than Mark's income. Lily stared at the screen for a long time. Then she called Mark. "I got the job," she said excitedly. "That's great," he replied. But his tone was different. Just slightly. That night, they celebrated. Or at least, Lily thought they did. They went out to dinner. Mark raised a glass. "To my successful wife." Everyone laughed, but Daniel noticed something again. Mark's smile didn't reach his eyes. At first, things seemed fine, even good. Lily began using her income to improve their life together. She moved them into a bigger apartment, bought Mark a new car, upgraded furniture, helped pay off debts. She did it out of love. But slowly, Mark began to change. It started with small comments. You didn't need to spend that much. I could have handled that. People are going to think I can't take care of my own house." Lily tried to reassure him. "We're a team," she said, but Mark didn't look convinced. Then came the first real argument. It happened during a dinner with friends. Lily had just talked about a major project she led at work. Everyone was impressed, except Mark. On the way home, he was silent, until suddenly he slammed his hand against the dashboard. "You embarrassed me tonight." Lily froze. "What?" "You made it sound like I'm the one falling behind." "I didn't say that." "You didn't have to." That night was the first time Lily felt something she had never felt before. Fear. Not strong, not overwhelming, just a whisper of it. But it was there. Weeks passed, and Mark's anger became more unpredictable. Not always loud, sometimes quiet, which was worse. He began drinking more, coming home later, looking at Lily differently. Like she had taken something from him. Their neighbor, Mrs. Rosa, started noticing things too. She once asked Lily gently, "Everything okay at home?" Lily smiled quickly. "Of course." But Mrs. Rosa wasn't convinced. The first time Mark hit Lily, it happened during a stormy night. Rain was pounding the windows. They had been arguing again, about money, about respect, about things that didn't even make sense anymore. "You think you're better than me now," Mark said. "I never said that, but you act like it. Mark, please." And then it happened. A sudden strike. Silence followed. Mark stared at his own hands, as if he couldn't believe what he had done. "I didn't mean to," he whispered. And Lily believed him. But violence has a way of repeating itself. Once the line is crossed, it becomes easier each time. Mark's anger grew darker, more frequent, more dangerous. Yet outside their home, they looked perfect, happy, successful, untouchable. But someone began to suspect the truth. Daniel. One evening he visited unexpectedly. Mark wasn't home. Lily opened a door, and Daniel noticed the bruise immediately. "Lily, what happened?" She hesitated. "It's nothing." Daniel's voice lowered. "Did Mark do this?" Lily stayed silent, and that silence said everything. Daniel knew he had to do something, but he also knew how complicated situations like this could be. He just didn't realize how dangerous things had already become. Meanwhile, Mark's jealousy was turning into something worse. Obsession, resentment, hatred. Not just towards Lily, but towards the life she had created. One night he said something that chilled her. "You took my purpose away." And Lily realized something terrifying. Mark didn't just feel threatened, he felt replaced. What happened next changed everything. One evening, after a massive argument, Lily packed a small bag. She was finally ready to leave. Mrs. Rosa was waiting downstairs to help her. Daniel was on his way too. But Mark came home early, earlier than expected. And when he saw the bag, something inside him snapped. The confrontation that followed was loud enough for the entire building to hear. Voices, crashing objects, footsteps. Then, silence. When the police arrived, Mark was sitting on the floor, in shock, blood on his hands. But the twist no one expected came weeks later. Evidence revealed something shocking. Mark hadn't planned what happened, but Lily had been preparing something for months, secretly, documenting everything, the abuse, the threats, the injuries, and she had one final plan. She had transferred almost all her wealth into a trust for survivors of domestic violence, named after herself. And the final message she left behind was played in court. If something happens to me, let my story protect someone else. Mark didn't just lose his freedom, he lost the narrative he believed in. The world now knew the truth. But the part that shocked everyone most was what Daniel did next. He turned Lily's story into a foundation that helped thousands of women escape abuse. Her legacy became stronger than Mark's violence ever was. And Mark will spend the rest of his life knowing one thing. The woman he tried to control became the reason thousands of others were saved. And sometimes, that's the most unforgettable ending of all. If you enjoy this story, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more captivating stories.